I hope you're having a really grim day today, because here at Grim TV, we love all things grim. Hi, I'm LaFox, and I'll be your host for today's video. For today's video, I will be reviewing a short story from the book Smashed by Junji Ito. Junji Ito is a very famous manga artist who is known to use body horror in his manga, a lot like Clive Barker does in Hellraiser. So when reading one of his books, expect a lot of disturbing images that will leave you psychologically distressed. After a few weeks of admiring the book cover of Shiver at Barnes & Noble, I finally decided to read a little of the book before purchasing it, and found myself instantly drawn by the art and fascinated by the stories. Junji Ito's work is definitely unnerving, unsettling, and disturbing, but I still find myself highly fascinated by it. After reading a story, you will find yourself wondering, just what in the hell was this man thinking? You should definitely pick up one of his books or a few of his books, and please let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I'm very interested in knowing what you think. Please relax, because we'll be back in a flash. For today's video, I will be reviewing the short story Blood-Sucking Darkness from the book Smashed by Junji Ito. The story begins with the main character Nami, who develops an eating disorder after getting dumped by her boyfriend. She starts to throw up what she would eat, and not long after, she also begins to throw up blood. One night, Nami has a dream. She is frantically running, surrounded by raining blood. She falls and sees a faint figure in the distance, followed by a hand reaching out to her. She wakes up soon after and finds herself covered in blood, believing she may have vomited in her sleep, which caused her to have the dream. Nami walks to school and is approached by a boy who introduces himself as Kazuya Tani and tells Nami they share a class together. He explains to Nami that everyone at school is concerned for her and that he wants to help Nami and be her friend. Nami has the same dream again and wakes up with her mouth covered in blood. On her way to school, she is worried she is not losing the weight she wants to and finds Kazuya sitting against a pole outside with his head down, and when she gets closer, she notices his sunken face and thin body. He tells Nami that if she continues her impossible diet, he will too. He then confesses to Nami that he is dieting as well because he likes her and brings her to a shed where he has something he wants to show her. When she walks in, she finds a heap of vampire bats hanging from the ceiling and freaks out. Kazuya tries to calm her and tells her that they're his pets. He then tells Nami that he was lying about his diet and had his bats suck his blood every night, sneak into Nami's room to give her his blood as she sleeps so that she remains healthy and to keep her alive. Nami is repulsed and runs out of the shed while Kazuya follows, but gets run over by a train. His bats start to suck the blood of his scattered body parts and swarm together, flying back and forth. She notices his fingers of one of his arms twitching and then faints. Nami wakes up in a hospital bed with her parents and nurse hovering over her, curious to know why she had bite marks all over her face and body. She explains to them that the bite marks are from vampire bats, but it's not certain they believe her. Nami is told that Kazuya was in fact hit by a train and that his body parts were gathered and buried, but Nami doesn't believe it. The vampire bats break into Nami's room. She screams in fear and runs back to the site where Kazuya was hit. The bats chase after her and she hears Kazuya's voice call out to her for help. She follows the red paths in the sky from the vampire bats and finds Kazuya's reanimated head on the floor staring at her. Nami reaches out for his head, but a giant vampire bat stops her and flies up into the dark sky as all the other bats follow. Instantly after, rain starts to pour in the same spot she found Kazuya's head. It starts to rain blood. So what I liked about Blood-Sucking Darkness is how it expresses a person's unhealthy obsession with someone else and the lengths that they would go to show that person how much they really do like them. In actuality, anyone would think that Kazuya is insane. And that's exactly what Nami thought of Kazuya. She was so disgusted by the fact that he was sending his pet bats off to give her blood unknowingly. If you noticed, at the end or towards the end of the story, she wants to help him. She feels maybe pity, or I don't know what it is exactly, but she feels the need to run back and look for him because he's calling to her. So that may be guilt, you know, that's actually calling her. Maybe it was really Kazuya, or the bats, you know, the bats leading her to him to show her what they're doing with him. It makes you wonder, will Kazuya come back? And if he does, will he be the same as he was before? Or will he just be this, like, I don't know, this Frankenstein character, maybe looking disfigured or something? So it's really exciting to just wonder what will happen. So yeah, I think you should pick up his book, Smashed. And this is the front cover. That's Nami right there. I love that, it's so cool. And this is the back, and it says here, 13 chilling nightmares presented by the master of horror. Try not to be noticed when you eat the secret nectar, otherwise you'll get smashed. What horrific events happen to create the earthbound, people tied to a certain place for the rest of their short lives? A strange, haunted house comes to town, but no one expects it to lead to a real hell. Welcome to Junji Ito's world. A world with no escape from endless nightmares. Thank you so much for tuning in to Grim TV. We really hope you enjoyed today's video. We hope to see you again soon in the grim future.